Hello friends, I hope that you like the first video, the basics of trigonometry and the basic trigonometric ratios and the derived trigonometric ratios. I hope that you learned whatever I taught you in the previous video. This video will be on trigonometric identities. So let's start learning trigonometric identities today. But before that, an important bit which I need to teach you today is this table. This table is nothing but the values of our trigonometric ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec and cot at some angles, that is at 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. These values are for our convenience so that we can solve the problems based upon trigonometry easily. Okay, for sine ratio at 0 degree is 0, at 30 degree it's 1 by 2, at 45 degree it's 1 by root 2, at 60 degree root 3 by 2, at 90 degree it's 1. Similarly for cos, wait. See, I am not here to teach you in the way that other people teach, isn't it? So we are actually going to learn how these values have been derived. Okay, so let's start deriving these values so that your understanding gets clear. Okay, to get a clear understanding. Okay, so let us first learn the values for various trigonometric ratios at 45 degree. Okay, we are going to derive it. We are not going to learn it by heart. Okay, at 40. So here is the right angle triangle ABC. In this right angle triangle, angle B is 90 degree. Okay, sorry, I forgot to write it down. Okay, 90 degree at different angles, that is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. But first of all, we'll derive the values at 45 degree. Okay, so let's start. In this triangle ABC, okay, this is a right angle triangle ABC. Angle B is 90 degree, you all know that. Okay, so in this triangle ABC with angle B 90 degree, we have two sides. AB is equal to BC. Okay, side AB is equal to side BC. Okay, what does that means? That means angle A will be equal to angle C. Okay, any doubts? Okay. Now since the sum of all the angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degree, so angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Here we have the value for angle B, so angle A plus angle C plus 90 degree, okay, equal to 180 degree. So angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree minus 90. Okay, so here since angle A is equal to angle C, what we can do is we can write 2 into angle A is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? Okay, so we get the value angle A is equal to 90 degree upon 2, which is equal to 45 degree, isn't it? So if angle A is equal to 45 degree, angle C is also equal here, so it will be 45 degree. Okay, so now let's find the values for different trigonometric ratios at 45 degree. Okay, now since we have learned that in any right angle triangle, if the two sides are of equal length, that means the two unknown angles other than the 90 degree will be of the same angle, that will be 45 degree. Okay, so now let's derive the values. So for that, let's suppose side AB is equal to 1 and side BC is equal to 1. Okay, 1 unit each. So as per Pythagoras theorem, okay, by using Pythagoras theorem, what we get, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Okay, so here we have the values 1 for both AB and BC. So our AC will be root of 2. Okay, so value of AC is root 2. Okay, now let's write, since we have all the sides and the measure of sides, now let's write the trigonometric ratios. So let's write sine 45 degree first of all. This angle 45 degree angle we have considered as angle C. Okay, you can consider angle A also, one and the same. So sine 45 degree, as we know, is opposite side upon hypotenuse. I'm not gonna repeat it again. Okay, so opposite side, that is side AB, it will be 1 upon hypotenuse, that is AC, is root 2. Okay, now for cos 45. For cos, it is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So here the adjacent side is side BC and hypotenuse is side AC. We have the values, BC is equal to 1 and AC is equal to root 2 again. Okay, so after sine and cos, let's find the value for tan 45 degree. Beg your pardon. Okay, so tan 45 will be opposite upon adjacent, that is 1 by 1 is equal to 1, or else if you take it as sine upon cos, it will be one and the same, 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2, it will be 1 again. Okay, anyway you go. Now sec 45 degree, as we know, sine, cos and tan the basic ratios, and sec, cosec and cot are the derived ratios, and we know that sec 45 will be the reciprocal of cos. Okay, that will be 1 upon 1 by root 2. That means this root 2 will come over and it will be, okay. Similarly, for cosec 45 degree, it will be the reciprocal of sine, which is again 1 upon 1 by root 2. So again we get the value root 2. Similarly, cot 45 degree will be reciprocal of tan. We have the value of tan as 1, so its reciprocal will remain the same, that is 1. So understood how we derived the values for our trigonometric ratios sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec and cot at 45 degree angle. Understood, guys? So here triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Okay. What does an equilateral triangle mean? It means that all the sides are of equal length, isn't it? If all the sides are of equal length, that is AB is equal to BC is equal to AC, that means angle A will be equal to angle B and angle B will be equal to angle C. That means all the angles will be of same measure. Understood? Okay. So since we know that sum of all the angles in a triangle is 180 degree, so angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be 180 degree. So here let's write it as 3A. Can we write it? Yeah, we can. 3A. Okay, 3 angle A, 3 times angle A, since these 3 angles are same. Okay, so we get the measure of angle A is equal to 180 degree upon 3, that is 60 degree each. So we have written it. Okay, so in this triangle ABC, AM is the perpendicular, or you can say it as median of triangle. Okay, so here AM is the perpendicular bisector of side BC, as well as it is the angle bisector for angle A. That means it divides angle A into two parts, two equal angles. Okay, so since angle A is 60 degree, okay, angle BAM plus angle CAM is equal to angle A BAC. Okay, we can say that. Okay, so here angle BAM is equal to angle CAM. Why? Because AM is the angle bisector of angle A. Okay, so let's write it as 2 angle BAM is equal to angle BAC. Okay, let me rub this for you. I will erase this. Okay, so you get a clear view. Okay, so since angle BAC is 60 degree, so angle BAM is equal to 60 degree upon 2 is equal to 30 degree. That is why we have written BAM and CAM, both these angle as 30 degree each. So understood? Okay. Since triangle ABC is equilateral, okay, so AB equal to BC equal to AC. So let's take a value 2A for all the sides. Okay, so AC will be 2A, AB will be 2A, and BC will be 2A. Okay, so if BC is 2A, here BM plus CM is equal to BC. Since we know that AM is the perpendicular bisector for side BC, so both will be of equal length. So let's write 2BM is equal to BC. We know that BC is 2A, so BM will be 2A by 2 is equal to A. So BM is equal to A, CM equal to A. Okay. So now let's try and find out the unknown length AM. Okay, we know that if we take triangle ABM, okay, triangle ABM is equal to triangle AMC. I'm not going to explain you how by writing it on the board, but in a sneak peek I will tell you both this triangle are equal because angle A, angle B, angle C, all the three angles are of equal length. Similarly, side BM is equal to side CM, isn't it? And AM is common to both the triangle. So we can say that, and angle AMB and angle AMC both are 90 degrees. So we can say these angles, these triangles are congruent because of SAS test, that is side angle side test. Okay. So let's move forward. Let's find the unknown length AM. AM square, this AM square will be AB square minus BM square. We are talking about this triangle. Okay, this triangle. So AM square, AM we don't know what is AM. We have to find it out. AB we know the value, it is 2A square. And BM is A square here. Okay, so it will be 4A square minus 1 square, that is A square. So it will be 3A square. Okay, and we know that AM is equal to root 3a square, it will be root 3. So am will be root 3a. Any doubt? Okay, now let's move on towards writing the trigonometric ratios that we already know. Side are having the measure of all the sides of triangle AMB. So let's start writing the values for all the trigonometric ratios at 30 degree. Okay, this angle 30 degree with respect to angle 30 degree. Okay, angle A. So first of all, sine 30 degree will be opposite side upon hypotenuse. So with respect to 30 degree angle, opposite side is BM, which has value A, and hypotenuse is side AB with value 2A. So here A gets cancelled. So what remains is 1 upon 2. Okay. Now similarly for cos 30 degree, it will be adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Here the adjacent side is side AM, that is having the value root 3A upon hypotenuse, which has a value of 2A. Here also AA gets cancelled. What we get is root 3 upon 2. Any doubt? Okay, let's make it somewhat readable by underlining, okay, the values. Again, let's find out for tan 30 degree, which has opposite side upon adjacent side. Okay, here opposite side is having value A, and adjacent side is having value root 3. Here also AA gets cancelled. What we get is 1 upon root 3. Understood? Similarly, we can find or write the trigonometric ratios for sec 30 degree. It will be just the reciprocal of cos. Here it is root 3 by 2. So this will be 2 upon root 3. Okay. For cosec 30 degree, it will be the reciprocal of sin 30 degree. We are having the value 1 upon 2. So the reciprocal will be 2. For cot, it will be the reciprocal of tan 30 degree, which is 1 upon root 3. So we will be having root 3. Any doubt? Please bear with my handwriting. And as one of my friends told me, or has suggested me rather, that things look a bit messy on the board. I am trying to rectify my mistakes from the last video, but you gotta bear me. Okay, fine, let's move on. Okay, so now let's find out the values of trigonometric ratios at 60 degree angle. Okay, so I have drawn a fresh figure for you, this figure, a more clear one. Okay, so let's find out. So since we are having the values of all the sides in triangle AMB, this is okay, triangle AMB. So let's find the values directly. So it will be sine 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Okay. So for sine 60 degree, opposite side upon hypotenuse, opposite side is root 3. Hypotenuse is side AB, which is having value 2A. Okay. So it will be root 3 upon 2A. AA gets cancelled. What we get is root 3 upon 2. Okay. Now cos 60 degree. I know you might have already written all the values. Okay. Sin 60 degree. It is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side is having value A. Hypotenuse is having value 2A. A gets cancelled. What we get is 1 upon 2. Similarly for tan 60 degree, it will be opposite upon hypotenuse. Here the opposite is root 3a upon hypotenuse, which is a. Similarly, let's find it for tan 60 degree, which is having value opposite side upon adjacent. Here opposite side is root 3a upon adjacent side is having value a. So here a gets cancelled. What we get is root 3 by 1, which is equal to root 3. Okay, so let's find it for sec 60 degree, cosec 60 degree, and cot 60 degree. For sec, it will be the reciprocal of cos. Here the value of cos is 1 by 2, so here it will be 2 by 1, which will be 2. For cosec, it will be the reciprocal of sin 60 degree, which is root 3 by 2. Sorry, 1 upon root 3 by 2, so it will be 2 by root 3. Okay. Similarly, for tan 60 degree, it will be reciprocal of 1 by root 3. Here the value is root 3, and we get cot 60 degree as 1 by root 3. So understood? The values of our trigonometric ratios for angle 60 degree. So now only two angles are remaining, that is 0 degree and 90 degree, which will be deriving soon. Okay. 60 degree will be equal to, as we know, it is the reciprocal of cos. So here the value of cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So 1 upon 1 by 2 will be 2. Okay. Similarly, cosec 60 degree will be reciprocal of sin 60 degree. So 1 upon root 3 by 2 is equal to 2 by root 3. Okay. Similarly, for cot 60 degree, we know that cot is nothing but the inverse or the reciprocal of tan. So here the value of tan 60 degree is root 3. So cot 60 degree will be 1 upon root 3, which will be equal to, it will be the same, okay? 1 upon root 3. Let me write it as 1 upon root 3 by 1. Okay. So again it is 1 upon root 3 at 0 degree and 90 degree. So let us now find out the values for 0 degree. So let us now start finding out the values of our 6 trigonometric ratios at 0 degree. Okay. So we are going to find out the values at 0 degree. Yes, I am serious. Though you might be thinking that we don't have any angle that will be equal to 0 in this figure, isn't it? I know you are wondering about the same thing, but I got the solution for this. See, what if we deliberately make an angle 0 degree, like reducing the measure of side AB like this, like this, like this, like this, eventually making it so small that it looks like this. Okay. Or maybe it just looks like the same line. Here we are talking about the angle C. Okay. Now you can see that this angle C is near 0 now, isn't it? So let us find out the values for sin 0 degree. Here, as we know that sine ratio is given as opposite upon hypotenuse. Here, for angle C, which is 0 degree, or you can say near 0 degree, not exactly 0 degree, the opposite side is side AB. Okay, we have to consider this side as side AB. Okay, and the hypotenuse as side AC. Here, the length of side AB is near 0. So let us consider or assume it as 0. And of side AC, we can take it as 1. For BC as well, we can take it. Oh no, for BC we will consider the values later. Okay. For now, let us consider side AC as 1. Okay. So sine 0 degree will be 0 upon 1, which is nothing but 0. Any doubts? Okay. So let's move on now towards finding the value for cos 0 degree. Okay. So for cos 0 degree, as we know that cos is given by adjacent side upon hypotenuse. We are talking about this angle C. Okay. This is the 0 degree angle. Okay. So the adjacent side is side BC and the hypotenuse is side AC. Okay. Now, if you observe, when we are reducing the length of AB, we can see that the measure of length of side AC is nearly equal to BC. So we can say that if AC is equal to 1, BC will also be equal to 1, isn't it? We can say that since, let me write it over here, equal to 1. Okay, since AC is equal to BC, AC equal to 1, therefore BC is also equal to 1. Any doubts? So understood how we find how do we find out sine 0 degree and cos 0 degree? Now let's find out tan 0 degree. Upon adjacent side, here the length opposite to angle C is AB, which is having value 0. Upon adjacent side, which is having value 1, so it will be 0 again. Any doubts? Okay. You can feel free to write down your doubts in the comment box. Okay. Feel free if you got any doubts. Okay. So let's move on. Let's find it for sec 0 degree. For sec 0 degree, it will be 1 upon cos 0 degree. Cos 0 degree is 1. So sec 0 degree will be 1 by 1, that is again 1. For cosec 0 degree, it will be 1 upon 0. So what is 1 upon 0? As written in your textbook, it is written as ND, that means not defined. Why do we say it as or call it as not defined? What does this mean? 1 upon 0. That means, let me explain it. 1 divided by 0. Can you divide 1 by 0? Let's try. First of all, let's take 0. It will be 1 minus 0. Again 1. Again we take 0. It will be again 0. It will be 1 again. So, if we try to divide 1 by 0, we will be getting an indefinite string of zeros, isn't it? That is why we call it as not defined. Understood? Okay. Similarly, let's find out cot 0 degree. Cot 0 degree will be the reciprocal of tan 0 degree. 1 upon tan 0 degree is 0. Again the same condition, 1 divided by 0. So let's call it as ND or not defined. Any doubts? Okay. So let's move on towards finding trigonometric ratio. The values of trigonometric ratio. So let's move on forward. So let's move forward towards finding the values for trigonometric ratios at 90 degree. Values for our trigonometric ratios for angle 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. So again, to find out values for 90 degree, let us reduce the measure of length AB again. That means bring side AC near side BC, like this. We reduce the length of side AB. That means side AC comes near BC. Eventually it is going to look like this, or maybe like this. Okay. Here angle C is nearly equal to 0. Angle C is nearly 0, isn't it? And since angle A is approaching angle B, it is appearing like a straight line, isn't it? So angle A is also nearly 90 degrees. Okay, so now let's find out trigonometric ratios, or the values for trigonometric ratios for angle 90 degree. Okay, we are considering this angle A. Okay, so fine, let us consider length of side AC as 1. Here, as we can say that as angle C is nearly 0, side AC is nearly equal to side BC, or we can say that side AC is equal to BC. So AC equal to BC, therefore BC will be equal to 1, since AC is 1, isn't it? Okay, let me write it like this. Fine. So for sine 90 degree, we are talking about angle A. The opposite side will be side BC, which is having length 1, and hypotenuse is side AC, which is having measure 1. So it will be 1 by 1 equal to 1. Similarly, for cos 90 degree, it will be adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So we are talking about angle A. So adjacent side is side AB. The measure of side AB is 0, whereas hypotenuse, that is the side AC, is 1. So it will be 0 by 1. You know that it is 0. Okay. For tan 90 degree, let us simply do it as sin 90 by cos 90. Here sin is 1, cos is 0, so it enters the not defined. Okay, this shows the not defined. For sec 90 degree, it will be 1 upon cos 90 degree, which is 0. Again this goes to not defined. Okay. For cosec 90 degree, it will be 1 upon sine. Sine is 1. Okay, so 1 upon 1 is equal to 1. Any doubts? For cot 90 degree, it will be 1 upon tan. Here the value of tan is not defined. That means 1 upon 1 by 0. So this is as good as 0 by 1. My mistake, 0 by 1. So the value will be 0 again. So in this way, we have derived the values of different trigonometric ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec and cot at angles 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. So friends, I hope that you have understood the table, how we have drawn this table, isn't it? Okay. So friends, as we have now learned how to derive the values for different trigonometric ratios at different angles. So let's draw the table now. For sine, the values are 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 upon 2, 1. So let us draw this table again with a small trick. Okay, so you have to just memorize the values for sine ratio at 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree, and the rest of the ratios will be writing based upon this single line. Okay, so as far as cos is concerned, the simple trick is you have to write the same values in the opposite direction like this. Okay, so first of all, since sine 0 degree is 0, so for cos it will be for 90 degree. Okay, sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. For cos 60 degree it will be 1 by 2. Here for sine 45 it is 1 by root 2. It will remain the same for cos 45 degree. Understood? For sine 60 degree it is root 3 by 2. So it will be the same value for cos 30 degree. It will be root 3 by 2. Similarly, sine 90 degree is 1. So we'll write cos 0 degree as 1. So how do we read it? For sine it is 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. For cos it will be 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Understood? Now what we have to do is just divide this ratio, since tan ratio is nothing but the ratio of sine and cos. Okay, so 0 by 1 it will be 0, 1 by 2 upon root 3 by 2, 1 by 2 upon root 3 by 2. This will be, this 2 goes up, so 2 into 1 upon 2 into root 3. So the value for tan 30 degree is 1 by root 3. For tan 45 it will be 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2. So it will be 1 into root 2 divided by root 2 into 1. So it is 1 and the same, so the value will be 1. Okay. Similarly for tan 60 degree it will be divided by 1 by 2. So it will be root 3 into 2 upon 1 into 2. 2 gets cancelled, what remains is root 3. Okay. And the last one is tan 90 degree, which is 1 by 0. 1 by 0 we know that this is a not defined state. Right side not defined over here. So as we know, sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. So it will be like sec 0 degree will be 1 upon cos 0 degree. So here 1 upon cos 0 degree is 1 equal to 1. Similarly, for sec 30 degree, it will be 1 upon root 3 by 2. That means the 2 will go up, so it will be 2 by root 3. Similarly, for sec 45 it will be 1 upon 1 by root 2. So I will just complete the table. I hope you will complete the table by your own also. Okay. Here again it will be not defined because 1 upon 0 is not defined. Okay. Understood? Now cosec, you know the reciprocal of sine. Here 1 upon 0 is not defined. 1 upon 1 by 2 is 2. Now you can simply write the opposite of sec. Here it is 2, so we have written 2 over here. Root 2 will be same. Here it is 2 by root 3. We will write it over here. It will be 2 by root 3. Here it is 1, so we will write over here. Cot theta is just the reciprocal of tan theta, so we have to just write in the opposite direction here. Starting from here, define first of all. Then the next value is root 3. We will write it as root 3. Then the next value is 45. Cot 45 is the reciprocal of tan 45, which is 1 by 1. Again 1 by root 3 and 0. Sign it out. So this is how. So in this way we have completed the table for different values of trigonometric ratios at different angles, that is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. And also we have learned how to derive these values, so that in case if we do not remember these values, we can derive it and we can use it for solving the problems. Okay. One of the most important bits in trigonometry, that is trigonometric identities. Okay. So basically, trigonometric identities, there are 3 basic trigonometric identities. That is, first one is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, that is the sum of sin square theta and cos square theta is equal to 1. The next one is tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. That is tan square theta minus sec square theta is equal to 1. Okay. And the third one is cot square theta plus 1 is equal to cosec square theta. Okay. That is minus cosec square theta is equal to 1. Okay. So these are the 3 basic trigonometric identities. So now we are going to learn how these trigonometric identities are formed, and also a basic trick which will help you in remembering these 3 trigonometric identities. Okay. Go. So now let us understand how these trigonometric ratios have been derived. Okay. By using our best friend, that is triangle ABC again. Okay. For a better understanding. Okay. So the first identity is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So let us try and understand these trigonometric identities by again going to our dear friend triangle ABC. Okay. So here we have marked angle C as theta. Okay. We know that sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So here the opposite side with respect to theta is side AB and hypotenuse is side AC. So it will be AB upon AC square plus cos square theta. So we know that cos theta will be adjacent side upon hypotenuse, that is BC upon AC square. Here you can write it as AB square plus BC square upon AC square. Okay. Hypotenuse upon adjacent side, so it will be AC upon BC. Okay. So we get AB square minus AC square upon BC square. Okay. Now again we know the Pythagoras theorem. says that AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, and rearranging this we get AB square minus AC square is equal to minus BC square. So we can write AB square minus AC square as minus BC square, isn't it? So minus BC upon BC square is nothing but minus 1 square, which will be minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to 1. So in this way LHS is equal to RHS. So in this way LHS is equal to RHS, and we have proved the second identity, that is tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square. Let's learn the last identity, which is cot square theta is plus 1 is equal to cosec square theta. So on rearranging this we get cot square theta minus cosec square theta is equal to 1. What is cot theta? Cot theta is nothing but adjacent side upon hypotenuse. What is cot theta? Cot theta is nothing but adjacent side upon opposite side. So here the adjacent side with respect to theta is BC upon opposite side AB minus what is cosec theta? Hypotenuse upon opposite side. Here the hypotenuse is side AC, opposite side is AB square. We get BC square minus AC square upon AB square. So on rearranging the Pythagoras theorem we get BC square minus AC square is equal to minus AB square. So we can write minus AB upon AB whole square. Any doubt? And cancelling this we get minus 1 square, which is equal to minus 1 into minus 1, again equal to 1. So again LHS is equal to RHS, this, isn't it? So in this way we have learned the three trigonometric identities. I hope you all have understood these three trigonometric identities. Now I will tell you a simple trick so that you can memorize these three trigonometric identities, and which will help you to solve questions based on trigonometric identity. Simple trick that I have found for you. Before that you have to answer my question. I ask you what are the trigonometric identities. I am quite sure that you will give the answer in this order as sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec and cot. Exactly in the same order we are going to learn the trigonometric identities, and the trick resides in this order. Okay, so first identity, which is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So for the first identity we have to use the first two trigonometric. We have to use the next two trigonometric ratios, that is tan square theta minus sec square theta is equal to 1. And for the last trigonometric identities we have to use the last two trigonometric ratios, that is cot square theta minus cosec square theta is equal to 1. The one thing you have to remember is between the first two trigonometric ratios we have to add the addition operator, but for the next two identities we have to add subtraction operators between the two trigonometric ratios. So that was the simple trick. I hope this trick helps you in remembering the trigonometric identities. Okay, so now let's take an example to clear our understanding. So here is the question: if sin theta is equal to 4 by 5, we have to find all other trigonometric ratios, but we'll be using trigonometric identities to solve this problem. Okay, so first of all, let us find the cos theta. Okay, so here you know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So cos square theta will be 1 minus sin square theta, isn't it? So 1 minus, we have 4 by 5 square. It will be 1 minus 16 upon 25. So on solving this, it will be 25 minus 16 upon 25. 25 minus 16 is 9 upon 25. Okay, so this is the cos square theta. We want cos theta. So cos theta will be root over 9 by 25. This will be 23 by 6. Understood? Similarly, we will be finding all the other trigonometric. So here, since we know that sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta, so it will be 1 upon 3 by 5 will be 5 by 2. So from sec theta we can find tan theta by using identity. Tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square. So it will be like tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. So value of sec square theta is 5 by 3 whole square minus 1. So it will be 25 upon 9 minus 1 will be 25 minus 9 upon 9. So it will be 25 minus 9 is 16 upon 9. So tan theta will be root over 16 upon 9. This will be equal to 4 by 3. So let's write it here. Cos theta was 3 by 5. Sec theta 5 by 3. Now we have found tan theta, which is 4 by 3. Now we have to find cosec theta and cot theta. We know that cosec theta is 1 upon sin theta, which is equal to 1 upon 4 by 5, which is equal to 5 upon 4. So we know one identity which says that cot square theta plus 1 is equal to cosec square theta. So we have to find cot square theta. So by rearranging this, we get cot square theta as cosec square theta minus 1. So here cosec square is 5 by 4 square minus 1. So it will be 25 upon 16 minus 1. So it will be 25 minus 16 upon 16. This is it. So cot theta will be root over 9 by 16, which is equal to v by 4. So let's write it over here. Cot theta is equal to v by 4. So here in this way we have used trigonometric identities to find all the trigonometric ratios where we had only one trigonometric ratio, that is sin theta. Okay, hope you all have understood the trigonometric identities. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. And the next video will be on complementary angles, as well as we will be solving some problems from all the three boards, that is SSC, CBSE and ICSE. Okay, so that we will be able to understand and solve trigonometry in a better way. Stay home, stay safe.